I'm fishing at one of my favourite spots actually. It's the Goulburn River and beautiful morning. I got here just on daybreak, and the first thing I did is, as I always do, and if you've seen my previous videos you would have seen that I always prepare with some berley first. So either I'm going to be using berley cages, which I am today, and as well as I might actually just throw some berley in. I always bring some pellets and I've thrown those into the area around me. So I did that first, throw the pellets in first. That starts to get the fish thinking about food, it draws them up. Trouble with that is I have been plagued by small bites. I expect to get big fish here, so I've got fairly heavy rods today, and the trouble is now I'm getting small bites. So I might have to change that down. What I'm hoping to do though is get a little bit or enough berley into the area, and maybe with the activity of the small fish, some of the big stuff will come in. There's all kinds of fish in here. This is the Goulburn, Victoria, so it can have Murray cod, it can have all types of Australian natives. I've got silver perch here before. Of course it has carp. It does have yabbies, but they're not usually the problem. So I can tell by the little bites that I'm getting that these are definitely fish, that rat-a-tat-tat type action on the tip of the rod. Also the fact that the way that the bait comes back when I pull it in. So sometimes it's completely gone and sometimes it's been nipped off. So these are I'm pretty sure these would be small fish. Anyway, I've got to get around that and I've got to get the bigger fish coming. We'll see how we go, but I think it's going to be very, very hot today, so I've got to take advantage of the few hours in the morning where the temperatures aren't too bad. And there's a few mosquitoes around too, so that's keeping me alert anyway. So I'm trying to move fast so that I actually don't get bitten. But I've got to be quiet too, because that'll scare the fish otherwise. Because I'm right on the bank here. It's I'm fishing fairly close in, so I can't stop around. So I'm in stealth mode all the time. We'll see how it goes. Well, I'm under one now. I was fixing my other rod up. Lost it. So I wasn't concentrating, and I just about lost the rod as it fires over the rod holder, and I got it late. And the trouble is, sometimes what happens with that, you don't have a chance to strike into the fish. The fish has got it in, so that you've got weight on the line. You think that the hook is embedded well enough. I probably should have just jerked a little bit to try and sort of pull the hook in further, but I was also afraid I might pull it out. Well, the fish showed me that I could. So, well, we'll try again. So after fighting that fish and it getting away, it's going to spook some of the fish in the area. There's no two ways about it. So what I'll do now is, I've got to rebait up and everything. I'm just going to throw, while I'm waiting, I'm going to throw a little bit of the berley pellets that I always have, these things here, into the water in front of me, so that I can keep attracting the fish while I'm actually doing something. So while it might have spooked that one and others away, hopefully others will come up. So always doing something to be drawing the fish back in, even when you're baiting up and doing something else. If you can have something working for you, you've got a better chance of catching a fish. I'm hoping that's going to work for me today. Well, into another one. Unfortunately, it's a carp. Well, that was pretty exciting. Not the fight, just when I banked him, he splashed us both. that was pretty darn refreshing. Anyway, these come in first, always around here. You'll always get the carp in first. At least it's a bit of fun catching these. This is not my target, but they do provide a bit of sport, and I'm able to remove another one from the waterway, so that's a positive thing as well. So once again, after catching that fish, about 20 burley pellets in my hand, I'm going to throw those out in the area just while I'm baiting up again. Just always, because it's early morning and the fish are around, I'm going to take advantage of drawing them into the area. So doing this continuously really does bring them in. Yet another one into the snags. Well, I think I'll call it quits. I've just not been able to get a fish in. It's well, no, I've got a few in, but I have lost so many, and this one's still on. It's just in a snag. So frustrating. Well, I've changed spots. It is incredibly humid here. And there's a bit of wildlife around as well. I don't know if this is going to improve. At least I know this spot, I've checked it out, there's not as many snags in here, so I'll fish for a little while longer. I don't have that much time, but just wanted to have another shot to see if I could get anything here in this water. As you can see, or you probably can't see, but the bank goes down fairly steeply here, so this water will run into it will be deeper here is what I'm saying, and that's usually better. So it's a deeper spot on the river where food will sort of flow into, so I'm hoping that the fish will naturally gather there too. As I always do, as soon as I got here I put the burley out there. I just threw out some pellets and that to get some attraction, and we'll see how we go.
Yeah. Now Lee has actually got some specific bait for carp.
Very bad for carp. Yeah.
For a carp. Yeah. And Lee, what you've done, you've mixed some white bread with some chunky peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
Butter.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the bread.
And the bread.
Yeah.
And what's he doing is he's moulding it into a dough.
Yeah. Put some butter in the bread and
mix it up.
A little bit of water.
With a little bit of water as well.
Yeah.
And then you get this very that's very, very sticky dough. And then you put it on your hook, moulds it into the hook like that, covers it completely.
Yeah, cup.
Okay, moulds it round.
Yeah.
Okay, and look how big it is. Okay, and the shape, it's a teardrop shape, so it flies well. Yeah. And that's his bait and his burley at the same time. Yeah. Right. Now, when you catch these fish, you also eat them, don't you? These carp?
Yeah.
You eat the carp?
Yeah.
And what you were saying, Lee, is that you put lots of soy sauce?
Soy sauce and cooking oil and some sugar, some vinegar.
Okay, got you. All right.
Yeah.
So, and that makes them taste good?
Yeah, very good, yeah.
Very good. Well, there you go. Well, thank you, Lee. So it does show you that you can eat carp.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, not a big one. Not a big one. Yeah.
Well, it's not exactly the cod I was hoping for, but at least it's a fish, and today there wasn't much about, so this was okay, I guess. And Lee will take this home and eat it, so at least it's going to some good. Yeah. So, last fish of the day, and this one also is going to go to Lee, who will be eating it tonight. So, enjoy it, Lee.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.